Yeah, what's going on, people? Man, it took me a second to get started. I didn't know if it was recording or not. Hey, I'm back at it again because I just wanted to recap on what I did yesterday because I don't think I did too. Just want to clarify a few things. As far as the relationship wise, the reason why I was saying that people shouldn't, they have to examine themselves and evaluate themselves and do just self report to understand the purpose and the reason why they're jumping into a relationship or why they starting a relationship or why they even want a relationship. And once you do that, like I said, ask yourself certain questions and come up with answers too. And just see what is your reason. Like I said, when you do start a relationship, you want to do it because you're ready. You know what I mean? You have everything intact far as your understanding and as far as the way that you feel about as the timing is right and everything in that nature, then you pursue a relationship. But also always come up with those answers. Always make sure that that you have an answer to your insecurities. You are applying certain type of things to yourself as far as just getting ready. Period. Just being, healing a few wounds. You know what I mean? Coming up with answers to resolve a few mysteries about yourself, and and move forward in that caliber. You know what I mean? In that way. You know what I mean? So you know, that's not too not too uh, difficult. That was a little bit self-explanatory, but I still wanted to recap on it. But I also want to get on to the trust issue because when I'm saying that it was 100% that person's, it's 100% on you, the person who did the hurting, the person who did the image of the trust. It's 100% on you. It's because I want that person to hold themselves accountable and understand that it is you that have to rebuild something that you destroy. And I don't think that usually that man or that woman, excuse me, take that accountability seriously because you you really damage something, but sometimes you're on the offense instead of the defense, as I can say, is because it didn't happen to you, so you don't know the effect that it really caused until somebody does it to you. But I mean, you don't understand what the magnitude and just the status of you know what you've done to that individual, to your husband or to your wife or to your friend or to your mother, to your brothers. It doesn't matter. You damage something. And the reason why I'm saying that it's 100% on you, this is when you know that you damage someone that you value. You know what I mean? Someone that you build a great relationship with, someone that has a high standard in in your mind or in your spirit, and you know that this is somebody that I can't lose them, let alone lose their trust. Now, since I've already done the damage, let me do the work to rebuild. And I want that person to find find that to be important. You know what I mean? I don't know how to uh, uh, input that in an individual. I don't know how to instill that in you, but I really want to drive the force forward as far as letting you get the importance of this. I mean, it is really, really important for you to walk that walk with that person. I mean, you're gonna have to endure the attitudes and the they may be want to be distant from you. They may be, it's going to be difficult because what you damage is so it's almost like you uprooted something that y'all, like you done grown this big full tree. Now you gotta, it's been uprooted. You know what I mean? Or either the roots have been damaged. So to rebuild all that really takes some work. And if you know that that person is worthy of it, do that work. Learn how to heal somebody. Learn how to help them heal. Meaning that it's on you to help them heal. And that can be as far as, let's say that you infidelity came in. When that person want to check your phone, when that person want to know everywhere where you've been at, when that person want to know who you've been talking to, give them those answers. When that person wants you to spend more time with them, give them that. Do all the steps and qualifications, all the standards, everything that's needed to rebuild that person's trust. When you have lied, when you've lied about important things, when you have stole pretty much in the same frame, do what it takes. Do what it takes. Have your life to them, not to everyone, but to them. Have your life as an open book. Let them learn your flaws and your pros. Let them learn everything about you all over again to rebuild that trust with that person. Because what you've done at taking away the foundation, that's the trust is the foundation of every relationship. If you don't have that trust, your foundation is weak and it can crumble at any time. And and if you have a strong foundation and you tore that strong foundation, then you rebuild it. And that's really my recap on that. You know what I mean? So uh, and relationships is something to it's something to ponder on, because we haven't really, as individuals, really analyzed and really thought about the reason why that we got into, or the reason why we choose to get into a relationship. Like a man would choose, he'll see a woman, she fine as a mother physically, and then he wants her. He's not even thinking about her character, her mentality, her history. And that really, in history, is something I don't really hold somebody for, because you wasn't with me before we got together, so I can't hold you accountable. But also, if your history is something of someone that could be, something that's distasteful or something that doesn't relate to me, then I can reject that. But I mean in that, when somebody just jump into a relationship, they haven't really evaluated, like, who am I getting? What do I want? What are my intentions? What do because some of you are, especially at a young age, because I was there too, is that you jump into a relationship just because someone looks a certain way, right? And then you could damage yourself and that person. You know what I mean? There's a lot of I'm gonna say casualties that can be done to a person. Both parties, when you jumping into a relationship and you haven't fully understood the reason why. You know what I mean? Because this person is popular or well known, or have a lot of money. It's so many different things that you can jump into a relationship but not fully evaluating yourself. You know what I mean? Now, let alone if you take self report, if you take self inventory and self reflect on what the reasons why that you do the things that you do. If you do that with you, then of course you're gonna do that when you choose someone. You're gonna understand them. You're gonna try to get to understand them and see what saying the pros and cons of that person before you decide, like, you know what, I think this is somebody I want to be with. Which is, it sounds common. It sounds like it's something common that everybody do, but we know as human beings we don't do that. We don't just automatically just say, let me see what I'm doing. Let me see why am I doing it. No. I have a son, and he's a kind of a wild boy. You know what I mean? Not in a sexual. I mean, like, he's a wild kid. He's just hyper all the time, and just stays in trouble sometimes. But not that going to jail. So just goofy class clown type stuff, right? And I asked him, was it any, thinking that I trying to understand him. I asked him, was there any girl that's not that's not butt ugly, that he finds, no, that he thinks is cute? Is there any woman that you consider to be cute or looks good and she's interested in you? And he said, yeah, like, of course. And I'm like, well, then, why are you not talking to her? That's interested in him now. And he said yes, and he don't talk to her. And I said, why you don't talk to her? And he said, because she wants a relationship. And it blew me away, because even though he's a wild boy, he know what he wants. He's not ready for a relationship. So guess what he's doing? Now, mind you, I'm talking about wild, goofy, class clown. I'm not saying he don't have no intelligence, but you know, if we was gonna do some ratios, he's more on the crazy side. You know what I mean? And he took in consideration that she wants a relationship. I don't want a relationship, so I'm not gonna waste her time as well as my time because that's not what I'm looking for. Now, mind you, even though that's the truth, I mean, even though that situation is harsh to say, like she want a relationship, but I don't want a relationship, and you may be looking like what you talking about. He's honest with himself. So since he's honest with himself, he gonna be honest to her. And that I mean that's really what every person want is that other individual to be honest with them. And then, like my wife told me, you could a woman would deal with, and I'm gonna say a person would deal with so many different various things with another person if they lay those things out on the table, lay those cards out, and let that person what they dealing, let that person know what they're dealing with, and then leave it up to them to choose is that what they want to deal with. Hey, I got 3 kids. I got a dude that still be trying to holler at me. I got half of a job. I work part time. I mean, you lay it all out, and then this person like, I like you. You give that person the opportunity to choose if they want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of not giving them none of the information, and then they get into a relationship with you, and then they learn about all that while they, in the water, drowning now. Now they got to try to figure out how to tread with all this water around them. So honesty, man, it's the key. Trust, man, it's the major thing. So you know what I mean. Just analyze yourself, man, and it's just me recapping on relationships. And I do apologize. I was so eager to just do this video that I didn't get that number. But I promise you this: my next video, I will have it ready for you. Mark, that's my word. All right. All right. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be good.